Hey guys, Crystal here at Crystal's Crafties, and today I just want to show you how to make a really quick and really easy Christmas bow. What you need, you're going to need some ribbon. I am using 2.5 inch by 30 foot ribbon. This is the 2.5 inch. It doesn't matter, you can use 1 inch, 3 inch, 5 inch, whatever you want. The only important part is that you get wire edged ribbon. It's really important. That's what makes these easy to make, and that's what makes them hold their shape really well. You're going to need some little zip ties. I have the 4-inch black zip ties. They're real little, real easy to work with. I like the black ones just because most of my ribbon is black or a darker color. But you can get clear, you can get white, you can get green, whatever you want. Or you can even use Chanel stems, the little twisty ties. You can use those, whatever you want. Something to secure it. I like zip ties because they're easy to work with. You need some scissors. Okay, I'm going to do it with the black ribbon because I've already opened it and I've actually even pulled out the amount of ribbon that I want to use. You do not need to pre-cut this. You can pull it all off the spool as you're doing it, especially if you are eyeballing, if you want a bigger or a smaller bow. I wouldn't cut it in advance. But what I have done is I have cut off 60 inches of the ribbon because that's the size I'm going to need to make this bow. And then I've cut off one more little piece. It's about 4 inches. Okay, so we're going to get started. So for this particular bow, if you want to make it this exact same size, you can follow these measurements. This is my tail. This is about the length I want my tail to be. I have eyeballed this, but I'm pretty sure it's 9 inches. Yes, that's 9 inches. So for your first little bit, if you're making this bow, make it 9 inches, or if you're guessing, again, just however long you want your tail to be, that's going to be one of the tails on the bow. Okay, so you can see I've got it held in between 2 fingers. And then I'm going to make a loop. And I'm going to put that in between my other 2 fingers. And this is just looking at it thinking, yep, that's probably going to be about the size of the loop. You want your loop to be about half the length of your tail. So if you kind of flip it and see that it's about half the length of your tail, you know you're going to be pretty good. Okay. So, loop, tail. Then I'm going to come and make another loop down here. Did y'all see I just picked up the ribbon, made another little loop. Okay. So now I have 2 loops, and I need to make sure they are the same size. To do that, you're going to put your fingers in them, and you're going to pull up. If one finger comes up way higher than the other finger, let me move this out of your way. Just ignore that. That's your tail. You don't need to mess with it yet. You want your fingers to be at the same height. That's how you know your loops are the same size. So this finger is directly in the middle. This loop and this loop are exactly the same size because my fingers are exactly the same height. One of them is not higher than the other. I've got a perfectly even bow going on here. Okay. Again, you can let go of this. It's not gonna go anywhere. So you've got your first loop done now. You want to take your ribbon, wrap it around again, just kind of tighten it up around your first loop. And that's it. That's all there is to your 2-loop bow. You could wrap it around one more time if you wanted a 3-loop bow. Those are really pretty. Actually, most of mine are 3-loop bows, but to make this a little bit simpler, we just did the 2-loop bow. I'm going to show you one more time just how easy it is. Guesstimate your tail, or 9 inches. That's actually 10. Okay, there's my 9-inch tail. Get a loop over here. Okay. Create another loop on the other side. Okay. Pull your loops together to make sure they are the same height. Yep, they sure are. Finish wrapping the rest of your fabric around. Done. That's going to be the basis of your bow. This is going to come down for a tail. This is going to come down for a tail. But for right now, we're going to leave it right there at that. Set that down. It's not going to go anywhere. Get your other little piece. You want to just roll this into a circle. So just bring the edges together. You've got yourself a circle. Here it is. Bring my edges together, and I've got a circle. Okay. Kind of keep this one pinched in together. And if you have writing, make sure that all of your writing is right side up. You don't want this to be upside down and this to be right side up. So, okay. Now you'll pick up your bow. You'll come and find the middle, and you'll place your rolled piece right in the middle. I know it's really hard to see with all the patterns on here, but I have placed the rolled piece here in the middle of my big bow. And then you want to just, whoa, come here, crinkle and push the back of that together. My fingers are in the way, I know, I'm so sorry, but I just kind of, let me see if I can hold it this way for you. Crinkled it and pushed it all together. Take your zip tie. Go behind the bow, but something really important to make sure you do is you want your zip tie to go behind that little piece. You don't want it on top of that little piece because that's going to be the front of your bow and you don't want a zip tie on top of it. So just go in that little circle of ribbon that you made, bring it around, and tighten your zip tie. Okay. I didn't tighten mine all the way just in case I want to make some alterations. But you can see how this is going to turn out. So here is my front tail. Here's my other tail. These are going to be my 2 loops over here. These are going to be my 2 loops over here, and that's going to be my bow. Everything does look pretty even to me, so I am going to tighten my zip tie down. Once you tighten it, there's not going to be much adjusting. Okay, so again, just pull this little guy down, pull this little guy down, and you can pull and you can arrange and you can fluff because this is wire edged ribbon and it's held together with a zip tie. So it is sturdy. And just fluff up your ribbon. And that's it. There is your ribbon. You want to fishtail the ends. That's a pretty thing you can do. Put them together, layer one on top of the other. Snip them to where they're both even. You can notice one of mine is longer than the other. Okay. Then fold it in the middle. Fold it. Here's my crease in the middle. Here's all my outer edges together. So we've put our 2 tails together. We've folded them in the middle. Take your scissors and cut at a diagonal from the middle out to the end. From the middle where you folded out to the end of the edge of your wire. And you now have your fishtails for your ribbon. There's your bow. All done. You want to cut the zip tie off the back. I'll do that later, but cut your zip tie off the back. Or you can actually use it if you're making a wreath. You can use it to insert this into some of your other ribbon. There is your Christmas bow. It's a little hard to see. Anyways, all done. All right, thanks guys. I'll see you next time.